All right, we're going to do some problems here on page 681. We're going to start with number 8 here. And when we do this, the problems get more and more advanced when they start adding more and more angles and lines and arcs. So as you do this, you really got to be focused in on what you're trying to solve here. I'm going to first solve for angle A. If I extend angle A out, you'll notice it hits this arc, which is 108. And angle A, an inscribed angle, is half of 108. And that would be 54. So the angle, of course, is half the arc it hits. Angle B here, now I'm going to erase this from angle A. You extend angle B out, you will see that it hits arc 60 here. So it's half of 60, which is 30 degrees. And then angle C. Now angle C is kind of, it's not an inscribed angle because A and B were inscribed angles. They were literally on the circle. Angle C is kind of floating in the middle of the circle. It's not a central angle, it's just in the middle. But what we do know is from vertical angles, if this is angle C, this is also angle C. Because vertical angles are equal. And then this triangle, all triangles add up to 180. There's angle A, which we know is 54 degrees. There's angle B, which we just discovered it to be 30 degrees. And so if all triangles add up to 180, you can just minus 180 minus the 54 and minus the 30 to get angle C, which is 96. Okay, we are going to do number 9 here. And number 9, there's angles and there's arcs that we have to discover. Also, you'll notice there is a quadrilateral that is inscribed in the circle. There's a formula that basically says the opposite angles in that quadrilateral are supplementary. So that means angle A in the 68, excuse me, will add up to 180, supplementary. So that forces angle A to be 112. Okay. So if this is 112, we're going to use that 112 to help figure out arc B. If I extend angle A out, it hits this shaded arc way out here. Well, this shaded arc way out here, from here to here, is going to be 112 times 2. So 112 times 2 is 224. So from here to here is 224. If this to this is 104, arc B is 224 minus the 104, which would make it arc B 120. So this is 120 degrees out here. I'm going to break out an eraser here because I don't want to get everything, get you confused here. And then, once I know what arc B is, you don't really need it for arc C, but you notice this 71 here? 71, if I extend that line, it hits this shaded arc, and this shaded arc is 71 times 2, which is 142. And so arc C would be 142 minus the 104, and that would make it 38 degrees. Okay, so first you start with this idea of a quadrilateral. Opposite angles add up to 180, and then you figure out the bigger arcs, subtract out the 104. Okay, let's take a look at here. Number 18, we've got angle A, we've got angle B here, and we've got angle C that we're going to try to figure out. If I look at angle A, it's an inscribed angle, and it hits 52, so angle A is half of 52, which is 26 degrees. Angle B is right here, but it's hitting, there's no angle here. Well, there's two ways you can do this. You can figure out this arc, or you can realize this is the center, this is a tangent line, this would be 90 degrees here. So A and B add up to 90. So what we're going to do is just go 90 minus angle A, which is 26. So angle B would be 64 degrees. The other ways to do this is realize that this is a diameter, which is 180 degrees. 180 degrees minus 52 is 128. From here to here would be 128, and then angle B would be half of 128, which is also 64. Angle C hopefully is not that hard. It's here, it's an inscribed angle, it hits 84, so it's half of 84, which is 42 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to look at 22 here. 22, the picture itself, this is a prime example of a lot of different lines. And so as you solve it, you just got to focus in on exactly what you're focusing in on. Don't be distracted by the other lines. Angle A is an inscribed angle here. If you notice, angle A hits this arc 80, so angle A is half of 80, which of course is 40. But don't let the other lines get in your way. Kind of highlight angle A, see which arc it hits. Next, we're going to figure out what arc CA is, which is right here. And if I look at that arc, which angle hits it? It's this angle down here where the 25 degrees is. So it's actually 25, not half of 25. You're actually going to double it because the arc is double the inscribed angle. So this is 50 degrees. Angle C here, where's angle C? It's right here. So if I extend this line and extend this line, it hits the arc 80. So it's half of 80 again, which is 40 degrees. Angle D is on the other side here. Angle D hits the 80, so it's half of 80, which again is 40 degrees. And finally, let me bring out an eraser here. Figure out angle ABE. So I'm going to do this in red. A to B to E. If you'll notice, it hits these two, this arc combined. So I've got to go, this is half of 80 plus 50, which is 130. And so half of 130 should be 65 degrees. Okay?